Good morning. You are watching Newsi 24/7. Today's headlines are: Peace, security imperative for Afghan region. Newsi National Security Advisor Newsi on Tuesday urged the world-developed countries including America and European countries to work for peace and security of the Afghan region. Peace and security is imperative for regional countries including Pakistan, he said in an interview with a private television channel. World Food Programme and other international organizations have also expressed concerns over the situation in Afghanistan, he observed. Commenting on Americans' role for Afghanistan, he said European countries and United States should take immediate steps for resolving issues in Afghanistan. He warned that any unrest or delaying tactics could invite terrorism in this part of the region. Pakistan, Iran agree on close coordination for Afghan peace, stability. Pakistan and Iran Tuesday agreed to coordinate closely at bilateral and regional level to reinforce efforts for peace and stability in Afghanistan. During the 11th session of Pakistan-Iran bilateral political consultations, both the sides discussed Afghanistan situation besides bilateral ties. Foreign Secretary Suhail Mahmood co-chaired the meeting with Deputy Foreign Minister for Political Affairs Dr. Ali Berry-Koni at the Foreign Office. During the session, the two sides reviewed entire spectrum of bilateral relations in all areas including political, economic, trade, connectivity, security, energy, education, and people-to-people exchanges. The two sides also had a comprehensive exchange of views on the regional situation. The Foreign Secretary congratulated the Iranian side on full membership of SCO, welcoming the Deputy Foreign Minister on his first visit to Pakistan after assumption of office. The Foreign Secretary expressed satisfaction at the upward trajectory in bilateral relations. He stated that the recent high-level interactions have further enhanced common understanding on matters of mutual interest. Foreign Secretary Suhail Mahmood underlined the importance of closer coordination to enhance trade and economic relations in order to achieve its true potential. It was emphasized that regular convening of various institutional mechanisms, including Joint Economic Commission and Joint Trade Committee, would be instrumental in overcoming existing challenges. The two sides underlined complementarities in the regional projects and agreed that these would transform the region into a pivotal hub for trade, transportation links, and connectivity. Both the sides expressed satisfaction at mutual cooperation at multilateral fora, including at the UN, OIC, ECO, and reaffirmed the resolve to continue collaboration on global and regional issues of common interests. Views were exchanged on the regional situation, with particular focus on Jammu & Kashmir and Afghanistan. The Foreign Secretary highlighted the situation. Chairman PCB appeals for money to strengthen cricket infrastructure. Pakistan Cricket Board comment. Chairman Ramiz Roger on Tuesday sought support from the business community to inject money into the infrastructure of cricket. While addressing the business community at a gong ceremony held at Pakistan Stock Exchange Commerce, he said that the main purpose of his visit to Karachi was to boost the cricket economy. Ramiz Roger said that PCB would give direction and needed the support of the business community for robust economy of the cricket and its infrastructure development. He said that it would be a win-win situation for both PCB and the businessmen. He said that currently the Pakistan cricket was rested upon ICC funding. He further said that everyone has to contribute towards cricket. Giving example of neighboring countries' teams, he said that they had grown financial and moving forward. Roger said that if your team would be the best team of the world, and you had strong cricket economy, then no team would think to pull out like the teams of New Zealand and England. The PCB chairman stressed the need for collect efforts to enhance cricket economy and its infrastructure. He said that everything could be possible if cricket was financially injected. He further said being a cricketer, he had more responsibility. He said, "My constituency is cricket." Ramiz Roger said that things would take some time to improve but hoped that he would succeed in his mission of strong cricket economy and its developed infrastructure. He said, "Our school cricket is reviving now, our club cricket is at the back, and do not have grounds ec. He said, but many works were going to happen and grounds would be built. Ramesh Roger said, I have idea about the capacity of players. Pakistan to continue to stand the oppressed Kashmiris, push for implementation of UNSC resolutions. Afridi Pakistan has consistently upheld the right of the people of Jammu and Kashmir to self-determination, in accordance with UN Security Council resolutions that provide for an impartial plebiscite to enable the Kashmiri people to decide their future. Shahya Khan Afridi, chairman of the Parliamentary Special Committee on Kashmir, has said, history tells us that attempts to forcibly suppress the legitimate demands of the people of Jammu and Kashmir have resulted in failure. Afridi said at a largely attended reception, given in his honor by the Washington-based World Kashmir Awareness Forum WAF, at Sapphire Tyson Restaurant, according to a press release issued by the forum. But, he said, without active interest among big powers to come to the rescue of Kashmiris, India will not agree to any meaningful talks on Kashmir. The chairman urged the world powers to break their silence and help the people of Jammu and Kashmir as the situation was deteriorating and could erupt any time due to the atrocities being committed against the Kashmiris by the forces of fascist Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The current resistance in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, IH, is rooted in the struggle of the people for the exercise of the right of self-determination, a promise which was given to them by the United Nations Security Council in 1948, he said. The chairman added that his purpose of coming to the United States was to increase awareness in the corridors of power in Washington about the Kashmir issue. His sole purpose was to mobilize world opinion in support of the cause of right of self-determination for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, as well as the principled stand of Pakistan. NCC shows interest to revive Pakistan's largest steel manufacturing complex. 3 Chinese companies, including the Metallurgical Corporation of China (COMINC), have shown interest to revive Pakistan's largest steel manufacturing complex, Pakistan Steel Mills (COMISM). By promoting the local economy and helping to improve social welfare, MCC is dedicated to becoming a model business in boosting economic cooperation between China and Pakistan. As a state-owned company in the iron and steel industry, MCC is one of the earliest Chinese companies to operate businesses and projects in Pakistan. In 1990, MCC managed the construction of the Sandak copper gold mine based on an engineering, procurement and construction contract. China Economic Net (CEN) reported on Tuesday. Sandak copper gold mine has made a steady profit for 18 consecutive years, becoming a major driver of the local economy, and praised by governments on both sides as a model of China-Pakistan economic cooperation. Hua Wenqing, chairman MCC, had also met Prime Minister Imran Khan to discuss cooperation and prospects of joint ventures in energy, industrial and various other sectors. Sources at the Privatization Commission of Pakistan said earlier that the government is expecting at least $1 billion in foreign investment by the end of the year to revive PSM. Investors from Russia are also displaying interest in running the facility as part of a consortium. PSM has the capacity to expand to produce 3 million tons of cold and hot rolled steel annually. The plan includes creating a new subsidiary, Steel Corp Limited, on the premises of the Pakistan Steel Mills to offer the mammoth industrial unit to foreign investors. Instead of selling or privatizing the mills, the government aims to revive the operation and production of the unit with the help of foreign investors to meet the growing local demand for steel. Pakistan's annual steel demand stands. International community should fully support Afghan people at this critical juncture. FM Qureshi Foreign Minister Makhdoom Shah Mahmood Qureshi on Tuesday said that Afghanistan required immediate provision of humanitarian assistance, and that the international community should fully support the Afghan people at this critical juncture. Qureshi said this as he received Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister for Political Affairs, Dr. Ali Bari Koni here. Sharing Pakistan's perspective on the latest situation in Afghanistan, the foreign minister underscored the need for close coordination, for the mutual advantage of the two countries and the region. He stressed the importance of continued economic engagement with Afghanistan to avert economic collapse, which could lead to refugee influx and regional instability. Recalling fraternal relations between the two countries, the foreign minister remarked that the recent high-level exchanges have further reinforced existing ties. He emphasized early implementation of the steps agreed during Prime Minister's meeting with President Raisi on the margins of SCO summit in Dushan. Foreign Minister Qureshi underlined the need for regular convening of institutional frameworks to boost trade and economic relations. He said that the upcoming session of Joint Trade Committee would provide further impetus to efforts for strengthening economic linkages. Foreign Minister Qureshi thanked Iran for its steadfast support on Jammu and Kashmir, especially at the Supreme Leader level. He underlined that Iran's support is reassuring to the oppressed people of occupied Jammu and Kashmir in their just struggle for the right to self-determination. The Deputy Foreign Minister thanked Foreign Minister Qureshi for receiving him. He reaffirmed Iran's commitment to enhance bilateral cooperation and advance shared objectives in the region. He said that Foreign Minister Dr. Amir Abdollahian looked forward to his visit to Pakistan. Gov to rectify legal lacuna in NAB law through ordinance. Fawad Minister for Information and Broadcasting Qudri Fawad Hassan Tuesday said that the government would promulgate an ordinance on Wednesday, tomorrow, to rectify the legal lacunas in the existing National Accountability Bureau (NAB) law. The announcement was made in a briefing to media by the Minister of Information after cabinet meeting. He ruled out the possibility of any talk between Prime Minister Imran Khan and Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz N. President Shahbaz Sharif on appointment of the NAB chairman. There is a lacuna in the NAB law, as it is silent on what should be done if the leaders of the House or opposition are involved in corruption and money laundering cases, said Fawad while urging the opposition to appoint a junior parliamentarian as their leader. He said, the cabinet decided not to initiate consultation on the appointment of new chairman NAB with the opposition leader, because he is accused of corruption in many cases pending with the Accountability Court. Any such consultation with Shahbaz Sharif would tantamount to asking a criminal to decide as to whom he would like to be his investigation officer, the minister added. It would have been better if the opposition changes the opposition leader, but the problem is that almost all their top leadership is tainted and facing cases in NAB courts, he remarked. Fawad said, however, the opposition had an option to appoint any junior parliamentarian as the opposition leader in the House. To a question, he made it clear that the legislation was not a person-specific rather it was aimed at further strengthening the institution. The foremost priority was not to compromise the independence of NAB. The minister said the present NAB chairman was appointed during the tenure of the PML-N. Thanks for watching Newsi 24/7. For more news visit our website on www.newsi247.tv or follow us on Twitter, YouTube and Facebook.